that a new English teacher, but it's just a way that I can give you that information which is in an innovative way for you and in a very precise and clear manner. So this is Mansa Singh standing right in front of you about to tell you about new English learning, okay, and a new English explanation with you people. Now we are going to start our very first chapter of the Vistas supplementary, and that is the third level. It is written by John Jet Bennett, and there's three main characters in this story, and this story is about fiction and the reality. So it's going to be very interesting thing. So just firstly see who are the characters in this story. So the first one is Charley, second one is Louisa, and third one is the Sam. So let's go with our book, and it's the page number 1. As you can see, as you have the book also, and if you don't, then please download the PDF because it's very useful for you people to crack the board and for your 12th exam. So we'll start with the chapter. The presidents of the New York Central and the New York, New Haven and the Hartford Railway roads will swear on a stack of timetables that there are only 2, but I say there are 3. So here the narrator, the protagonist of the story, was talking about third level. You know New York Grand Central Railway Station. It's just like in Delhi we have a metro station, and it was a very long chain of metro station. The same thing happens in the New York City, that they have a very grand central railway station, and that railway station have 2 floors. But what the narrators have described in the story, that it has 3 third level. The main talk and the main subject of the story is the third level. So here the narrator talks about the presidents of the New York. The president, who are the president in this? The presidents who work on that railway station. Okay, the president who work. So what the narrator has said, that he can swear on staff. You know, swear. वो कसम खा सकता है कि वहाँ पे काम करने वाले जितने भी लोग हैं, अगर आप उनसे पूछेंगे, if you ask them, there are 3 levels in the Grand Railway Station, but they said that no, there are only 2 levels in the Grand Central Railway Station. I say there are 3 because I've been on the 3rd level of the Grand Central Railway Station. So what he says कि अगर आप किसी और से पूछोगे, अगर आप वहाँ के प्रेसिडेंट से पूछोगे, अगर आप वहाँ के वर्कर से पूछोगे, तो आप क्या बताएंगे कि वहाँ पे सिर्फ 2 रेलवे स्टेशन के लेवल्स हैं. बट अगर आप मुझसे पूछोगे तो देयर आर द 3 रेलवे स्टेशन लेवल्स. ओके, एंड क्यों मैं ऐसे बोल रहा हूँ? बिकॉज आई हैव सीन दैट थिंग. आई हैव सीन द third level of that railway station, and then after seeing that third level I just go to psychiatrist. मतलब मैं इतना ज़्यादा परेशान हो गया उस चीज़ को देखने के बाद that I just move to the psychiatrist. मुझे psychiatrist की ज़रूरत है. You people know the psychiatrists, right? Psychiatrists are those who handle brain diseases, like brain. I can't say the brain. I can say the mind and the hormonal diseases, whatever that things goes in our mind. Is it in the fictional way? Is it in the hallucination or something like others? Okay. So I told him about the 3rd level at Grand Central Station, and he said it was a waking dream wish fulfillment. तो अब मैंने उसे बताया कि भाई मेरे को ये परेशानी है, मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि मैंने शायद 3rd रेलवे ग्रैंड सेंट्रल स्टेशन का 3rd लेवल देखा है. तो व्हाट ही सेड कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि तुम्हारी ये बस क्या है, विश है, एक फुलफिलमेंट वाली विश है जो शायद तुम पूरा होते हुए देखना चाहते हो. He said I was unhappy, that made my wife kind of mad, but he explained that he means that modern world is full of insecurity, fear, war, worry and all the rest of it. So in today's life, we also know we are facing so much competition in our life. Even though if we are students, if we are studying, if we are working, if we are, we can say that after the 9th or 10th class, I can say after the 8th class, our struggles begin. हम स्ट्रगल करने लग जाते हैं, हमारे पास बहुत सारे कॉम्पिटिशन्स होते हैं, वी वांट टू mark the first line, we want to be the first place at any position, at any workplace, at any in your school, in your college, in your university, or at your workplace. So the same thing happens in the story also. क्या बोलता है that you are unhappy? कौन बोलता है? Psychiatrist कि आप खुश नहीं हो अपनी लाइफ से, यू आर नॉट हैप्पी दैट मच, क्योंकि और खुश ना होने के रीजन भी बहुत सारे होते हैं. वी हैव हैक्टिक लाइफस्टाइल. क्यों? कई बार ऐसा होता है कि हमारे पास टाइम ही नहीं होता हमको खुद को देने के लिए, तो इंसान बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी इमेजिन करने लग जाता है जो उसको रियलिटी से दूर लेके जा सकता है. मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम क्या होता है, इवन दो इन द स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ ऑल्सो वी फेस सो मच थिंग्स कि हम बहुत ज़्यादा हैक्टिक हो जाते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा परेशान होने लगते हैं, हमको बहुत ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेशंस फील होने लगते हैं. तो हम क्या करते हैं, हम या तो म्यूजिक सुनते हैं. सम पीपल हैव द हॉबी ऑफ लिसनिंग टू द म्यूजिक, और सम पीपल हैव द हॉबी ऑफ painting, sketching, or running. Some people have the hobby of exercising also, because they get that happiness after doing such things. So the same thing happened in the story also. उसने क्या बोला है, that you just want to escape from the reality. Everybody I know want to escape, but they don't wander down into any third level at Grand Central Railway Station. So then what they say कि हर कोई रियलिटी से एस्केप चाहता है. एवरीवन वांट्स टू एस्केप फ्रॉम द रियलिटी. किसी को भी पेन, हार्शनेस, वरी ये सब फेस नहीं करना. एवरीवन वांट्स दैट हैप्पीनेस, बट nobody imagine that the third level of a Grand Central Railway Station. Let's like imagine if you are very much worried and you're in a very much anxious and frustrated, and then you started imagining that okay, a new metro station has built and I have gone to that place and walking and looking around that place, it will never gonna help you, and it will never give you any happiness also. So what happens in the story, the same thing the narrator has said कि चलो मैं परेशान हूँ, I want that escape from that reality, but ऐसी कौन सी खुशी मेरे को मिल रही है to find the third level of the Grand Central Station. But that's the reason he said that and my friend all agreed. So what happened? The psychiatrist says that that's the reason, because when we are anxious, when we are frustrated, when we are in a worry, we think anything. हम कुछ भी सोच सकते हैं. Whatever we like, we go in our imaginative world. If we are that much in a frustration or in anxiousness, then only. But that's okay. And then all his friends agreed on that thing. Everything points to it. They claim my stamp collecting, for example, that's a temporary refuge from reality. Well, maybe, but my grandfather didn't pay any refuge from reality. Things were pretty nice and peaceful. So what happens? Everything point to it, and सारी चीजें उसको point out करेंगी. They claim, but my stamp collecting, just like I have given the example of that some people do exercise, some people do sketching, some people do listen to music for the escape from the reality. But what in this story is the narrator likes to collect the stamp. So everyone just point out that thing that हाँ तुमको स्टैम्प कलेक्ट करना पसंद है. मे बी ये फर्स्ट स्टेप है कि आप अपनी वरी, आप अपने एंजाइटी में, अपने टेंशन से इस वे में दूर होते हो. बट व्हाट ही सेड, well maybe, but my grandfather didn't need any refuge from reality. What he said, अच्छा चलो ठीक है, I can agree to that thing, but what about my grandfather? He didn't have any kind of tension, any kind of anxiousness, any kind of worry at that time, but still he did that collection of that stamp. Things were pretty nice and peaceful at that time, but still he did the collection of the stamps. From all I hear, and he started my collection. It's a nice collection too. Blocks of 4, practically every US issue, first day covers, and so on. President Roosevelt collected stamps too. So now then, what the narrator said, he just gave an argument to the sentence which is claimed by the psychiatrist, that even the President Roosevelt collects the stamps too. So did he goes from that worry? Did he just refuses the reality from that stamp collection? I don't think so, because he is the president and he knows each and everything about the stamp collections. He has everything about the like psychiatrist, he have the all the things which he is needed in his life. He have that thing. He could get that thing, but still, as he was in the very as he was in this hallucination that I was in, क्या वो भी उसी हेलुसिनेशन में है जिसमें मैं जिस वजह से वो स्टैम्प कलेक्शन कर रहे हैं या स्टैम्प कलेक्शन को वो खुशी दे पा रहा हूँ. He was just arguing with that statement, right? Anyway, here's what happens at Grand Central one night last summer. Now the narrator starts telling that what happened one last night. अभी उसके साथ एक कर पहले क्या हुआ वो यहाँ पे नरेट करना शुरू करता है. I work late at the office. I was in a hurry to get uptown to my apartment, so I decided to take the subway from Grand Central because it's faster than the bus. So now what happens कि उसको अपने अपार्टमेंट जल्दी पहुंचना था, उसको अपने घर जल्दी पहुंचना था. और वो बहुत जल्दी में था, बहुत हरी में था. Then what he takes a subway from the Grand Central station. That is this subway is different from that subway. This subway is not that thing which where we customize a burger or something like that. ये वो subway नहीं है. Subway is a kind of a metro station which is in the Grand Central Railway Station in the New York. Okay, ये एक मेट्रो स्टेशन के जैसे ही है, जो जैसे मेट्रोस अंडरग्राउंड चलते हैं वैसे ही सबवे भी अंडरग्राउंड वर्क करता है. Now I don't know why this should have happened to me. I'm just an ordinary guy named Charley, 31 years old, and I was wearing a tan gabardine suit and a straw hat with fancy bands. I passed a dozen men who looked just like me. Now he gave an introduction of himself. What he said कि मेरे को नहीं पता कि मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ, but I am just a normal guy. I'm just a normal person with the age of 31 years old. He is 31 years old and he was wearing a tan gabardine suit, a gas suit. If you have seen that how the British people and American people dressed up themselves in the winters, right? Because there was so much cold at that place, so they just wear an overcoat and a hat by which they can just save themselves from the snow. Now what happens? And all the men was looking like him. What he said, I passed a dozens of men who look just like me, who just look like me. वो भी बिल्कुल मेरे तरह ही दिख रहे थे. And I wasn't trying to escape from anything. और मैं किसी चीज से भागना नहीं चाहता. I wasn't trying to escape. I am not that person who want to or try to escape from the reality. I just faces that thing. We also, when we have an exam, we don't try to escape from that exams, right? We just says or we just think that okay, I'll give my best. Whatever the result gonna be, that doesn't matter. So the same thing is happening with the narrator also. He just said that I am a normal person. I do such things. Okay, I just wanted to get to home to Louisa, my wife. Now, who is Louisa? The second character in this story, his wife. Okay, the first character is Charley, the narrator of the story, and the second person is Louisa, the wife of the narrator, and the third person, the psychiatrist. Psychiatrist is the friend of the narrator. The name of the psychiatrist is Sam, and he was the friend of the narrator. Kiska friend tha? Narrator ka friend tha, and he was the psychiatrist also. I turned into Grand Central from the Vanderbilt Avenue and went down to the steps, the first level where you take trains like the 12th century. Then I walked down another flight to the second level where the subton trains leave from dug into arched doorway heading from the subway and got lost. So now what happened? Now he is explaining from where he had taken that subway and what the first level contains and what the second level contains. So what the first thing is, down to the steps to the first level where you take trains like 12th century. जब आप first level पे जाते हो तो वहाँ पे आप ट्रेन कैसे लेते हो, जैसे हम 12th century में लेते थे. And then I walked down another flight to second level. फिर मैं वहाँ गया second level पे गया जहाँ पे क्या मिला मुझे, subton trains. Subton trains leaves from the dug into arched doorway. You know, जब I don't know because in India we don't have kind of railway stations, but when if you see in the pictures, I don't have that picture right now, but if I have, I will show it to you. जब हम जाते हैं तो वहाँ पे ऐसे आर्क टाइप में, जैसे इन द एंशिएंट टाइम्स जैसे आर्क में डोर्स बनते थे, ऐसे ही डोर्स था एक सेकेंड लेवल पे जहाँ से लोग ट्रेन को पकड़ते थे. Now that's easy to do. I've been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times. What the narrator said that he's been on the station for hundreds of times. Like if you live in Delhi or if you live in the metro cities, you know that how important the metro is and how many times the people travel from that station, one station to another stations, right? So, and that thing was very easy to for the narrator. He can walk away from that one railway station to another. But I am always bumping into new doorways and staircase and corridors. But what he likes to do, उसको क्या करना पसंद था, उसको नए नए दरवाजे, नए नए कॉरिडोर्स, नई नई जगहें ऑन द स्टेशन, ये वहाँ से गुजरना, वहाँ से जाना उसको ज़्यादा पसंद था. Once lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel, another time I came up in office building on the 46th Street, 3 blocks away. So what he said, when he went in the railway station, okay, and he just came up where he just get out from that place, that is Roosevelt Hotel. Another time I came up in the office building of 46th Street, 3 blocks away, and when he explored one new station, that is the ऑफिस बिल्डिंग ऑफ 46 स्ट्रीट. इट वाज द 40, वो एक बिल्डिंग थी जो कहाँ थी, 46 स्ट्रीट पे थी, 3 blocks away from that place. ठीक है. Sometimes I think Grand Central is growing like a tree, pushing out new corridors, staircases like me. And what do you think? Sometimes what do you think about it? That Grand Central Station is just like, and we have a large number and huge numbers of routes. And what are the routes is showing in this? A staircase, corridors, a pushing around. They have मतलब ग्रैंड सेंट्रल स्टेशन एक ऐसा ट्री बन चुका था जो कि हर बार एक नई रूट निकाल रहा था, एक नया कॉरिडोर, एक नया डोर स्टेप बना रहा था. There's probably a long tunnel that nobody knows about, feeling its way under the city right now on its way to Times Square and maybe another to Central Park. So what he said the narrator कि वहाँ पे एक टनल भी थी on the Grand Central Railway Station, वहाँ पे एक टनल भी थी और शायद उस टनल के बारे में कोई नहीं जानता, nobody knows about it. And what he thinks, he was feeling, उसको ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद ये जो टनल है मुझे कहाँ लेके जाएगी, the Times Square. That's a very famous place in the New York, Times Square, where people walk around, just like a city in New Delhi. And maybe another to the Central Park, or maybe शायद Central Park की कोई दूसरी जगह लेके जाए. Now, and maybe because for so many people through the years, Grand Central has been exit, a way of escape. Maybe that's how the tunnel I got into, but I never told my psychiatrist friend about that idea. So what he says कि मैं ऐसे बहुत बार हुआ कि मैं ग्रैंड सेंट्रल स्टेशन पे ट्रैवल किया हूँ, बहुत बार ऐसा हुआ कि मैंने नई नई जगह एक्सप्लोर करी हो, वहाँ पे नए कॉरिडोर सीखे हो, नए डोर सीखे हो, नए सब कुछ देखा हो. बट ये जो टनल थी, ये जो वे थे, जो कॉरिडोर था, ये मैं पहली बार देख रहा था और शायद ये पहली बार ही यूज कर रहा हूँ. एंड आई डेंट नो, मैंने ये जो अपना आइडिया था, जो मैंने सोचा, जो मैंने देखा था, कि मैंने अपने साइकाइट्रिस्ट फ्रेंड को नहीं बताया था. The corridor I was in began angling left and slanting downward, and I thought that was wrong, but I kept on walking. So what he says कि जिस corridor पे मैं चल रहा था, it was began angling left, as most of the stations have the right side, but it was on the left and slanting downward. You know, slanting downward, it was going on the downside. मतलब जैसे we have a kind of slope. उस वे में. एंड ही वाज थिंकिंग कि ये गलत है, शायद ये गलत है, बट मैं चलता गया. ऑल आई कुड हियर वाज द एम्प्टी साउंड ऑफ माय ओन फुटस्टेप एंड डिडंट पास अ सोल. Even or not even a single one person was passing that corridor, and I was just listening my footstep in that corridor. I was listening my sound of that my footstep only. Then I heard that sort of hollow roar ahead, that means open space and people talking. तो फिर वहाँ से क्या हुआ, मैंने एक hollow space मतलब एक खाली जगह देखी और वहाँ से क्या हो रहा था कि मैं लोगों की बात सुन पा रहा था, the way they are talking, मैं उनकी बातें सुन पा रहा था. The tunnel turned sharp left. I went down a short flight of stairs and came out. Now what happened? The tunnel turned sharp left. Oh, बहुत sharply left. मतलब most of the time when we have a road and it was very sharp turned over, so it was a sign over there. जब कोई रोड ऐसी होती है ना बहुत शार्पली टर्न हो रही होती है तो हम जो हमारी गवर्नमेंट है वहाँ पे एक साइन बोर्ड लगा रही है, बट देयर इज नथिंग काइंड ऑफ साइन बोर्ड ओवर देयर आल्सो. सो द सेम थिंग हैपेंस विद दिस नैरेटर कि वहाँ पे जो टर्न थी बहुत शार्पली लेफ्ट टर्न हो रही थी और उन्होंने वहाँ पे रुकना सही नहीं समझा एंड ही गेट आउट फ्रॉम दैट प्लेस. On the third level at Branch railway station, for a moment I thought I was back on the second level, but I saw the room was smaller. There were fewer ticket windows and train gates, and the information booth in the central was wood and old. So पहले तो जो narrator था उसको क्या लगा that he was back on the second level, but he was not. He was just seeing around, looking around, and what he sees the rooms where the waiting rooms are on the station, no? That was very smaller from the in comparison of the second and first level. They are much smaller than then, and there was a fewer ticket window. As in the Grand Central Railway Station, there are many ticket windows, as most of the people visit from that place. But on the third level, there are fewer. Only hardly शायद एक या दो ticket windows होंगे, दो या तीन. इससे ज़्यादा ticket windows वहाँ नहीं थे. And everything was built of old time. जैसे बाकी एशियन सेंचुरीज में पुरानी सेंचुरीज में जैसे रेलवे स्टेशन बनते थे ऐसे ही वहाँ पे वो थर्ड लेवल जो था जो उसको सेकेंड लेवल लग रहा था वो वहाँ पे बिल्ड था. वहाँ पे क्या क्या था? द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ बूथ इन द सेंटर जहाँ पे हमको इन्फॉर्मेशन मिलती है वो बूथ बना हुआ था. वॉज वुड एंड ओल्ड लुकिंग. किससे बना हुआ था? वो लकड़ी का बना हुआ था और वो बहुत ओल्ड लुकिंग जैसे आई जस्ट टोल्ड यू द एंशिएंट सेंचुरीज हैड बीन मेड. And the men in the booth were green eye shade and long like sleeves protector. The lights were dim and short kind of flickering. Then I saw why they were open flame cassettes. So what he sees कि वहाँ पे proper lighting system ही नहीं था. It was just a sitting man who was wearing a coat like an old person with with long sleeves. पहले जब एंशिएंट टाइम्स में न्यूयॉर्क एंड द सिटी ऑफ लंडन वहाँ पे लोग कैसे वियर करते थे विद द ओवर साइज कोट एंड द हैट्स एंड द कैप्स व्हाटएवर दे वियर एट दैट टाइम द सेम अटायर दैट मैन हैड टेकन एंड द लाइट्स वर डिम. द लाइट्स आर वेरी डिम. लाइट वहाँ पे इतना था नहीं जैसे बाकी स्टेशन में होता था एंड वो जस्ट गैस लाइट मीन्स लाइटिंग. एंड वी जस्ट done this story. We'll just leave the story over here and we'll complete the story in the next class. Thank you so much.